clip, I'm just going to show you some of the under the hood materials. So we're not just a pretty face, we don't just have a very intuitive, nice, simple front end. It's supported by quite a degree of complexity that you don't have to worry about in terms of the back end. So the back end really is two components. One is the whole how we set up questions, how we weight questions, and obviously that's proprietary, and we have to keep that locked away from a user perspective. You just have to accept that by the time you answer a question, that all of the hard work has been done in the background, because we've got the calculations going, calculating the scores, calculating the capability and competence levels, and that's what's presenting you with the areas for you to address as a priority to improve your business performance. However, I just wanted to show you the knowledge base a little more, so you can see that we'll be laying it out in a very logical structure. And for each of the areas, like this one in customer services, you can see we've got customer complaints, customer journey mapping, running a service department. We've also got sales lead management, sales training, dealer performance, finance and administration. So it will be very, 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 very detailed as we populate more and more materials. And of course, it's organic. It will keep evolving, it will keep growing. So you need to keep visiting it on a regular basis. Now, I just happen to be in customer service, and you can see there's something here, Ron Kaufman video on service mindset. Ron Kaufman is somebody who's globally famous for his views on the automotive industry and service mindset. So if I click on that, we are in the admin view, but you would still have access, you still have access to this when you're in the user view too. It's just easier for me to move around. So we can see, I've clicked on having it load, and of course it's quite a big file, but there you go. So when I say multimedia, I mean multimedia. It can be audio, it can be video, it can be documents. And this is an amusing story. It's well worth capturing and catching if you haven't seen it. But it does typify how you go from an ordinary customer experience up to an unbelievable, as he would put it, customer experience. So there we go. There's a related article, creating customer experiences. What should we be doing? Well, run workshop sessions to develop experiences from ordinary to unbelievable. And if you listen to and watch the video, he will take you through the stages to go from ordinary to unbelievable. You would run the movie, run the workshop, and get people to start to work through how can we turn. For instance, somebody comes to collect their car, their new vehicle. Somebody is collecting their new vehicle. How can we turn that from just an ordinary experience where you let them walk around the car, you hand them the key, they drive off, into something that's much more memorable, something that's much more unbelievable? What can you do? And I've worked in numerous workshops where once people start to get creative about this, they can come up with some of the most amazing things that create lasting customer memories, which will translate into much more customer engagement, much more loyalty than you can imagine. So it's making these differences that really, really count. What else can I show you? We did touch on journey mapping before, so there you can see journey mapping guide, an actual journey map of vehicle handover, and a sample set of customer journey maps. Let's take a look at that. Let's see what that comes up with. And these are available to you, obviously, as part of the knowledge base, so you can use these. Here are some of the main customer journeys in a dealership that were created and have been based upon our experience. We've got the main journeys, the critical care journeys, and here we go. Hand over new vehicle to owner, collecting the new vehicle, booking a service, taking the car in for service, collecting the car after service, flag and book the next service, replace my damaged vehicle with another. How do we replace a vehicle with another one? Customer has a post-service complaint. You've lost my business. You know, this is something really important. Just because somebody has gone away doesn't mean to say you will never get them back. So there's masses and will be masses and masses of information here in this knowledge base to help show you how to, because again, experience tells us that we might say best practice is this, and the most common response is, well, that's fine, but what does it look like? You talk about we should define and design customer journeys, but what do they actually look like? Well, through what we're doing here, we can show you exactly what it should look like. I mentioned also that because we are apolitical, we're a platform, so we can pull in best practice materials from anywhere. Here's a really great paper that a recent paper from McKinsey, tells you about the topic area. The focus is often on selling cars and service, takes a broader view, provides ideas on improving people and performance, because you know, you're selling the vehicles, you're selling your services, but the glue that holds the whole thing together is the quality of your people and how they relate to, and how customers relate to them as well. So, but how they relate to customers in order to be able to deliver customer experiences that create greater customer engagement. So let's quickly take a look. As before, you'll be able to click on it, and it comes up, how to build a top performing auto dealership. And the people component is really critical, because I know from NADA figures, NADA is the trade organization in the States, the turnover level for 2014-2015 in the US among salespeople was between 70 and 80%, depending on whether it was a premium brand or an everyday brand. And they are absolutely horrendous figures, which says that actually probably dealerships maybe need to learn something about recruitment policy, about onboarding, about training on the job, about coaching on the job, and about setting realistic and viable targets, because there is absolutely no way that any business, any other normal business area, can sustain itself on that level of turnover. And salespeople are critical to the financial performance of a dealership. Every time you replace one, there is a huge cost involved in replacement cost. There is a huge loss in what they possibly take with them to another dealership. So these are critical areas. You'll be able to come here in the knowledge base, get the answers, find the answers. I'm sure that you will enjoy searching through it. As I mentioned earlier, we can search. So if I hit sales, there we go. All of the items that are tagged, all of the things that are relative, and we can see the article details, lead closures. Let's look at that one just so we can. So we want to know, did we win, did we lose, is it dismissed, or is it deferred? If it's deferred, again, we will help you to understand that if it's deferred, let's reset a new purchase window. So if it's deferred for another 3 months, do you have a process in place to start to re-engage that prospect, say in 2 months' time, not 3 months, because that might be too late, but in 2 months' time, or maybe even 1 month, to start to re-warm the prospect because they've gone away to think about it. This is all part and parcel of the process of becoming a high-performance dealership. We'll get you there, we'll have the materials to get you there, and you'll be able to assess your capability. So how well do our people understand it? How well are they delivering on it? And how is that impacting our final performance? All of that is contained within FitBiz. It is unique. There isn't anything else like it. And the beauty is, because we are developing it so rapidly as the weeks go forward, there'll be pretty much a new version every between 2 and 4 weeks. a new version in the sense of it will look familiar, you'll know your way around it, but it's enhancing its capability, it's enhancing its learning as it goes, because the more input we have, the better we can make the scoring mechanisms work, the better we can make the recommendations work for you, because they will be specific and appropriate to you and your situation. These are not generic things we're creating here. It's about you and it's about your business.